Singh Dahiya. I welcome you to Read My Story, where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and more. Today, I have with me Dr. N Jeyaseelan. Dr. J is the Chief Executive Officer of Virutcham Academy of Social Changemakers LLP and the author of Book Scaling Up Microfinance, What's Next? Top 10 focus areas to achieve a purpose-centered growth. He is former banker and he had been the group CEO of international NGO. He shifted his career from banking to non-profit, not to profit world, and supported several thousands of poor rural women through microfinance and impacted their life by moving them from homemakers to successful entrepreneurs. Dr. J has trained more than trained people in entrepreneurship, microfinance in India, as well as in the countries like Brazil, South Africa, Kenya, Cambodia, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. Currently, he is supporting banks, microfinance institutions, NBFCs, NGOs, farmer producer companies, government projects, and individual business owners. With his training services focus on purpose-centered leadership, he is offering his signature live and online programs based on purpose-centric approach, balancing purpose and profit and making a difference in lives of others to people in all sectors. He has done BSc Agri, MBA Banking and Finance, Masters of Women Studies, CAIIB, Diploma in Training and Development, and PhD in Microfinance. He has received the United Nations Microfinance Knowledge Promoter Award in 2007 from UN Solution Exchange, a joint initiative of all UN agencies in India. Today he will be discussing with us his life journey, so let us hear from him. Welcome, sir. The platform is open, and now over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Jitender. Thank you, Mr. Jitender. First, I would like to thank Mr. Jitender for giving this opportunity to me. And I would like to thank listeners for giving your valuable time in this great evening. So I am ready for that interview.
Thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to it. So first of all, I would like to know about your past life, how it has helped you, or how it has helped you in transition from whatever you wanted to be and whatever you are today.
Yeah. So I started in a very, very humble way. It was a very small school, a primary ordinary school. It's popularly known as Karuvadu School. Okay. And I tell my name itself, people will laugh at me because Karuvadu means dry fish in Tamil.
Okay.
Dry. So that's the name. So I felt with a low self-esteem during those days because people were looking at me when I tell that my school name itself. In such a level only I started. I studied in my regional language only till 11th standard. Okay. I was an introvert during that time. That was my start. But I completed my BSc Agri, which gave me a very good exposure because we need to study 72 subjects in agriculture.
Okay.
So, still of something. So that gave me a very good exposure. And luckily I joined a bank. I joined Indian Bank. First I joined the Bank of India and I was posted in Maharashtra. That was a very good beginning for me in my career because when I was posted in Maharashtra, my father advised me not to take that posting.
Okay.
Because I am in Tamil Nadu. He was telling, why are you traveling so far? Please look around a job near our native. That was his advice.
Right.
But I wanted to explore. Because during that time, I didn't know Hindi. As well, I'm not speaking good English during that part of time. Because all along I studied Tamil medium.
But I regional language in
Maharashtra posting. Yes.
Yeah.
I went to Mumbai and had a training, induction training, and lived in rural area. So I learned Hindi and Marathi.
Okay.
That was my part of that startup. So that I learned when we come out of our comfort zone only, we grow. So that was the first learning in my career starting point. That I would like to share to our listeners, audience.
Right. Great. So if I talk about now, what are the things you are passionate about in your life?
Yeah. So my passion is learning. So because my mentor, Mr. J.B. Bernard, he was a master trainer.
Yeah.
He mentored me. So I'm following his path. After his mentorship only, I just started as a lifelong learner. So even after my retirement in 2019, I'm still learning.
Wonderful. This is so amazing.
Even whenever I'm traveling in my books, laptop, case, 2 or 3 books will be there. Even some flights are delayed, trains are delayed. I don't mind anything. I just start reading the book and I complete. Within that journey, I complete that book. That's my satisfaction. So
that is so
learning
amazing.
and sharing my knowledge is the passion.
Yeah, that is so amazing. Like you have worked for almost like around 35-40 years, I guess, till now.
Yeah, now 36 years. Yeah.
Wonderful. And still you are looking for learning new things in day in, day out. So this is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like mostly we look at people who started working, they stop their learning there. So this is a kind of problem I see in young people. So now moving on to the next question, which is really close to me because I would be exploring and knowing about your work and experience. So I want to know how you started your work and what all you did in your life as a corporate employee and how you started your journey as a trainer.
So that is very interesting question. Actually, when I was working in bank, I was purely as a commercial banker.
Right.
I was doing just debit credit, and being an agriculture officer, I was doing extension work. I was helping the rural and delivering the rural credit, so that the farmers and the rural people, particularly poor people, will make use of that loan and they will start some business and they will come out of the poverty. That was my job in the bank. I was doing that. But during that time, I didn't have any development agenda. I was knowing about the development sector as a whole.
Okay.
During one of the field visit, what happened, my interaction with one rural woman changed my entire life. That I cannot forget.
Mm-hmm.
So that story I would like to share here.
Yeah, that would be really wonderful.
In 1985, I went for a field visit. So during that time, I met one group of women. So I have to sanction loan for that group of women.
Okay.
So I interviewed and selected some people. And in the group, there was one known woman to me.
Okay.
That woman was a leader, that group leader. I included her name. And I told her, so I am including your name also in the loan list.
Okay.
But surprisingly, she refused to take my offer.
Okay.
I was totally surprised because whenever I was a loan officer, when I go to the village, 10 or 20 people will be behind me asking for loans.
Right.
This is the first time when I am offering the loan to a person on myself voluntarily, she is refused. So my ego was. When I didn't ask her anything, I returned to the branch. I called that person who has organized the group, that NGO person. He came to my branch. See, I was offering that loan. See, in public, he refused to take. Like that, I was complaining to him. During the time, he explained to me. So this is the group concept. This is the new concept. This new concept, leaders will not take loan first. Only the poorest members will take loan first. So that is the thing we have trained them. That gave me a very big shock. Because even though I have studied sociology and all, I have not seen that perspective. Even though that woman is the poorest woman, she is giving opportunity, being a leader, is not taking herself. She is opportunity to another poor woman in the world.
Correct.
That impacted me. That thinking impacted me. Then I asked, how that kind of, she is also poor, how she got transformed.
And this is really inspirational.
NGO person told, we gave training. till the point of time, I didn't have anything big idea about training. Because training means I thought 2 days, enjoy and see new places and sit in the class like that only. I was taking it very easy. But on the day, I found the value of training.
Right.
And on the day, I have taken myself a pledge. So we will dedicate our service to the women empowerment through microfinance.
Great.
That changed my life, and the next 30 years, I just focused on that one only. Women empowerment, microfinance. That is the focus. That focus turned my life. It made me to resign my bank job and join the NGO to help more poor. So that was an amazing.
Right. So you worked with bank for how long?
I worked in 22 years bank. I have completed 22 years bank. Then only I moved.
Wonderful. And you were one of the pioneers in microfinance.
Yeah.
Really
because in 93, the microfinance was introduced in India.
Yes.
So during that time, I was deputed from bank to work in a special project where the scheme was started. So that was my fortunate, because the first beginning stage 5 years in the project. So during that 5 years, lot of learnings. In fact, lot of failures.
Right.
But each step, we learned one lesson. That gave us. Because during earlier time with no guidelines, we evolved the guidelines. We failed, we learned the lessons, we burnt our fingers, and then we learned and we evolved the guidelines. That is why we have been very successful. And that story was very nice and very memorable. When I decided to resign from bank, I informed my parents. My father immediately objected because my son was studying plus. That was a transition time.
Right.
And I am coming from middle class. Why bank job during that part of time? It is a prestigious job.
Right.
So my father was upset. So joining NGO, why? Either he was questioning, but my wife supported me. My wife simply, please do what you have to do.
Correct.
Now, even our Virutcham Academy tagline is that one. We love what we do. That's the thing.
This is really wonderful.
Confidently entered into the not-for-profit world to help the people. There also I succeeded. I became the group CEO. And we expanded to many regions.
You told me about that company also. You run multiple companies in that organization.
Yeah.
And most of the companies were doing really well too.
In fact, we first started with the NGO, then we transformed into a microfinance company.
Okay.
From there, we went out to various domains. So education, health, environment, like that, different units, different enterprises.
Okay.
So I became the group CEO of all group entities.
Wonderful.
That gave people the opportunity to manage various portfolios, be it in education, health, environment, skill development, women empowerment, all these things. So I was exposed to various government sectoral problems as well as challenges, and we evolved a solution based on the community.
This is really wonderful. So you worked with that organization and learned so many things, explored so many things, and finally you started your own venture into education, learning and development side. So this is really wonderful. If I talk about your vision, mission and goal for maybe next 5 to 10 years, what would that be?
Yeah. When we talk about vision, I would like to again share my story, another story. Because I am indebted to rural poor more, because rural poor women only taught me all the lessons.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
When I went to Myanmar to train the people, I learned from people, rural poor. Actually, UNDP engaged me there for 3 months to train those people in Myanmar. Right. During that time, I visited 69 villages.
Okay.
I have observed that rural poor women used to draw their vision as pictures and paste it in their wall so that they can see daily.
Okay.
And I also observed those who are following that visualization technique, they were achieving their vision.
Wonderful.
That inspired.
And this is kind of thing we see in people who are already following like kind of gratitude and these things, who are educated, maybe we can say, who are and this is like new thing to me, that poor women's also following these type of things, and they are doing achieving their goals. Maybe they are small, whatever they may be, but they are doing this thing there also.
So their vision is to start a mushroom farm or fish farm or prawn farm, like that. But that inspired me. When I returned to India, I reflected on my experience and I written my vision statement, first vision statement. That was to become a doctorate in microfinance. By 2000. In 2001, I am writing in my 5-year vision. So to become a doctorate in microfinance by 2006.
Wonderful.
I would drawn a picture of me and written the vision statement and pasted before my computer so that I can see daily.
I can see. Yeah, definitely.
So when I see daily, it goes in my subconscious mind. So that forces me to focus only on my vision.
Right.
So it's a new habit. Waking up at 4 o'clock. So 4 to 6 hours, I read only microfinance.
Okay.
So that kind of reading gave me to complete related courses. MBA Banking, Master of Women's Studies, Certificate Program in Microfinance, Germany. Training of Trainers Microfinance course by World Bank, and PhD in Microfinance. So at the end of that 2007, I got my doctorate and achieved my vision.
Wonderful.
That gave me the confidence. And I didn't stop that habit. I continued that habit. 4 to 6, only studying microfinance. So I have 17 years I have continued. Now only I am waking up at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, 17 years I completed 4 to 6. That made me an international expert in microfinance.
Wonderful.
It gave me an opportunity to visit 25 countries to go for some or other lectures or resource persons or conducting training or anything. So they will call me, I will make presentations, my research papers, or train government people or NGOs. That was a very awesome journey and experience to me. Again, learning from different cultures, from different people, from different places, we learn a lot. So that is why I think learning has no destination.
Definitely,
learning
this is true.
Part of life. And when we stop learning, we stop leading. So that is the thing I personally experienced in my life.
Right. I totally agree with your point, and this is really important. And in continuation to this, I'd like to know more about the most important life lessons you have learned so far from your personal and professional life. Learning you have already mentioned. Apart from learning, what are other things?
As I have benefited out of vision, I wanted to pass on this benefit to all the people. So first I started talking to my staff, please have vision first. And my clients, I used to tell them, suppose if you are earning 10,000 rupees now, so in the next 3 years, whether you will earn 30,000. So like that, you have your vision with the specific numbers, and as in your business or your enterprise, anything, you draw your picture and put it in your house.
Correct.
If I say 100 people, 10 people will follow. But all those people, now they have achieved their vision and they are in touch with me. So after 3 years or 5 years, they call me, sir, now I am a business owner. So my company is like this. So I started small. I followed your vision visualization technique.
Like you taught me the 3 years back about these things. Now I have followed that for 3 years. Now I have achieved whatever I have thought of.
So that gives me a lot of fulfillment and happiness, because once we see ourselves, the people are developing based on our inputs and guidance, we feel happy. So that's the thing. And learnings, life learnings, specifically, I would like to tell the audience, the failure is the best part of learning. Because failure, when I worked in that external project, they used to encourage me to share the failure. Normally, banks, they always ask us to share the success when I was working in. But here, project, that opened up my mind. So that during that time only I felt failure is not bad.
Correct.
So failure is a process. It's a step. So we should discuss and we should learn a lesson and move forward. That was the biggest lesson I learned in that microfinance initial period. So I tell all my team members, if you fail in our attempt, please rise up and move forward. We will support you like that. Correct. So my team members used to be very open with me. They share all the difficulties, including personal difficulties. They will tell, then we will help carry for them. So that is the approach we followed. So that is why we succeeded in our scaling up efforts. And development also, we have succeeded and we built a very big enterprise because of this. We encourage failures. You innovate. Even if you fail, no problem. We are learning lessons. We'll move forward. We'll do it properly in the next time. Like that, we as a leader, we support our team members. So that is the main I learned. And another one, never ever.
Yeah, because until unless you try, you fail, you would not learn the lesson. You would not learn the ways to improve the process, to the product, to improve whatever you are doing. So this is really important to understand. You are on a journey, not on achieving anything in one instance only. There are so many instances to learn, improve, to be better, whatever. So that require everything, failure also.
Yes.
Really wonderful. So, so if I talk about the purpose-centered leadership, which you talked about, what is that, and how how we can develop purpose-centered leaders in our organizations?
So purpose-centered leadership. First, I will talk about purpose and come to purpose-centered leadership. Purpose is just making a difference in the life of others.
Right.
So developing them. So developing all stakeholders. As a banker, my duty was to give a loan. If I give loan, that is only activity.
True.
It is only half circle complete. It is not full circle.
Correct.
What I used to do, apart from giving loan, I used to advise the clients. So what you are going to do with this money? I will give some tips. The rural women, they are homemakers. We gave a lot of training to make them from homemakers to entrepreneurs. So when they start small businesses with our bank loan, they start earning additional income to their poor household. So that uplifts their economic status. So suppose if earning 10,000 rupees per month, so after our loaning, they start some business, they start earning some 20,000 rupees. So their income double. So their standard of living goes up. They invest their income in their children's welfare, be it education or nutrition, everything. So the entire family is happy. So this is the purpose. So we are making a difference in the life of clients. So that is that approach I followed in all my 30 years of life. So I will not just stop my activity. I will see that activity, whether an impact is created in their life. A change, difference is a tangible difference should be there in their life. So that is my approach. That is the purpose. So purpose-centered leadership. The leadership, many people confuse with the leadership. Leadership means many people think that it is power, it is position, it is only at the top like that. It's not so. As far as myself is concerned, leadership is a mindset. Leadership at any level, even without any position, we can play the leadership. Because leadership is lifting the people, developing the. So for that, we don't need any positions. Even without position, we can develop the people, bring the people. So in the purpose-centered leadership, we help people to develop themselves. And we take care of all the stakeholders. Suppose if I am taking care of only clients or only staff, it is not fair. So I am taking care of staff. I am taking care of my community, society around me, and I am taking care of the earth. Because for sustainability, we need to be eco-friendly. All our initiatives should be eco-friendly. If we are doing business and if we are doing harmful to the environment, we are not doing just the Mother Earth. So that is why the centered leadership is holistic. It is a win-win situation for all stakeholders.
Right.
At the same time, we should create profit, because profit only drive growth for the organization. So profit should be, at the same time, purpose also should be there, making a difference for all the stakeholders. So that is
the kind of impact we are creating.
Yeah. So not only staff, client, but society and planet as a whole. So all the 4 key stakeholders are benefited out of this.
All relatively, all stakeholders should be part and parcel of this drive.
Yeah. Yes.
This is really important. What happening is we are focusing on customer because they are buying our product and services.
Yeah.
But we are ignoring our like what we call them our core internal customers who are our employees.
Yeah.
This is one aspect. Literally, we have seen that this is missing out in Indian context, if we say.
Yeah. So, I've also interacted with many people. Whenever I interact, I tell this thing, we are focusing on customer. Okay. But staff is the building block of the organization.
Correct.
If you don't invest on staff, if you don't train our staff, organization will not go beyond a point.
Right.
Because staff are important assets. They see only profit. For profit is coming from customer directly. So, but who is creating the profit?
Correct.
Staff is only servicing the client. So staff should have the skill set, mindset, and attitude.
Correct.
So that's why we should focus, train the staff well. So taking care of the staff, do real capacity building, and providing care. Because of the COVID, so they may be in so many problems.
Yes.
So many of them are depressed. So at this point of time, if you show care and compassion, definite empathy, definitely staff will be behind us. So that is a purpose. Taking care of the taking care of the welfare of the staff. That's the main duty of the purpose centric leader.
Yes. And I have heard a quote. I don't remember whose quote it is. If this goes like this: if you take care of your employees well, they would take care of your customers definitely better than what you exceed actually expect. So this is really important. Like organizations are missing out onto it. If they start taking care of their employees in a much better way, definitely they would take care of the customers in a much better way.
Yeah. Many organizations look at short-term profit, the long-term investment. Purpose-centric approach is long-term. It's a sustainable model. Yeah.
Definitely. So if I talk about the benefits which we can derive from purpose-centric approach or purpose-centric leadership, what are these and how we can create some of the impact in a positive way? So how we should use them to benefit in a longer way?
The purpose-centric leadership, the benefit is, first thing, the productivity of staff goes by 225%. That's a huge benefit to the organization.
Okay. Wonderful. This is so amazing.
So doubling up productivity.
Right.
So this is how it happens, because when staff are taken care of and they are well trained, and when they are purpose sensitized, they give their best, because it is coming from their heart. It is not from just head. Their efforts are coming from heart, and their full 100% involvement with passion. They are loving what they do. So they bring out extraordinary things. So when they bring out extraordinary things, the organization's output and outcome will be extraordinary. Definitely. So organizations reap higher profit, so higher customer retention, higher staff retention. So everything lead to ripple effect.
Correct.
And another thing, because of this purpose-centric leadership, because customers want experience. So we give experience, because we will be memorable and enjoyable as an experience to the customer through purpose-centric leadership. So they will not leave.
Correct.
So now in any organization, you see that because of even some just price increase, the customer will switch over to another organization. But So when we do the purpose-centric leadership, prices will not be a matter. Even if you charge more, people will be like to have business with us, because they feel that kind of emotional connection with us, because we really take care of them, not just words. We really take care of them, and we are very genuine. We are also taking care of the society, and we are also taking care of the environment, because nowadays the youngsters particularly, they want to contribute more. So they want to really purposeful. They want to be unique. So in that case, we can attract new talents also into the organizations.
Definitely.
So the youngsters will be, because these jobs will be challenging. So is impactful. This is helping the society. They are honest, transparent, like that. They are ethical. So value-based leadership will come, because for value is oriented, and we are showing that value is aligning with the behavior also of all the staff. So the staff will feel happy to come to the kind of organization. That's a huge benefit. And stakeholders also will be happy. Government also will be happy. Regulators will be happy.
True.
See that kind. So everybody will extend support. So this is the benefit for this purpose-centric approach.
Correct. It's kind of a relationship-centric approach also, we can say, because it boosts the relationship with all your stakeholders, like your employees, vendors, suppliers, dealers, distributors, customers, and everybody who is involved directly or indirectly for the growth of the organization. So this will help everybody to be satisfied. Not only satisfied, they will contribute more towards the organizational growth as well.
Yes.
So this is really important and wonderful too. So if I talk about you, sir, who all in your life supported you the most?
Pardon? Question.
If I talk about you in your life, who are the people supported you the most?
So I am fortunate to have so many mentors. First, I told you about that my training mentor, Mr. J.B. Banna. And for academics, I have a lot of mentors. Mr. Kash from Harvard Business School, and Dr. N. Lalita from Gandhigram Rural University. They have guided me on microfinance.
Right.
And so M.S. Sundarajan, sir, former CMD of Indian Bank, he was mentor for me on governance aspects. I learned a lot from him on governance. And like that, every subject, so I have my mentors. I have already told I am a lifelong learner. So from each mentor, so I learned a lot. And you, Mr. Wadwa, sir, ex-Nabadian, so he was also leading me a lot during my initial period. And so I try to follow my mentor's path, because they have already reached there and they have done a lot of good works. So I followed my mentor's path, and the journey was smooth for me. And continuously I'm having. So after my retirement only, I started this Virutcham Academy, a training outfit, because training is the most important need for this hour. Because this after COVID, entire work life is interrupted. So people need a lot of training to change their mindset and to focus on different scenario, how it is evolving. They have to prepare themselves to face this new normal. So that is why I'm offering courses like Live Your Life with a Purpose. So that is what, and how to lead during uncertain times for manager level, be it mid-level or managers or CEOs, they can take that course. So like that, and for microfinance, everything from start to finish, for field officers to mid-level to senior managers, like that, bankers, for NBFCs and the entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs. For all of them, I'm offering my training services, so that my current purpose is to transform people to harness their full potential, because people are not using their full potential. So my trainings will help them to transform themselves. They should change, so that we can create a inclusive society. And my vision for next 5 years is to reach out to 1 million people, to transform 1 million people across the world. Because now online are there. So I would like to reach out to across the globe and create more purpose-centric leaders. Because now the need of the hour is purpose-centric leaders, so that everybody will make a difference in the life of other poor people and lift them, so that poverty can be eliminated from this global.
Correct. And that can happen only through learning and development.
Yes, I do agree.
Wonderful. So if I ask you, who are the people you look at as an inspiration or motivation to you?
Yeah. So my inspirations, so Dr. ABJ Abdul Kalam, because even though he reached a summit, he was very humble, and he used to encourage all the students, youth, and all. So I like, and I read Swami Vivekananda's messages. So that gives us very different messages. And to be resilient, and so because we face a lot of ups and downs in life. So every time when we in the downtime, so we should be patient and we should prepare ourselves by reading the books of these great people, so that we get a lot of messages down. Foreign authors, I like Tony Robbins and Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, all their books. I have a mini library in my
I
house.
Can see some of the books. I can see some of them behind you.
Dr. Mohammed in his book, Banker to the Poor. So in microfinance is my guru. And start with why. For purpose, start with why. Simon Sinek. So like that. So I read all the famous books, and I try to learn at least one lesson out of each. So that is. So whenever I read one book, I will note down in the back. See, here the Jack Canfield Success Principle book. When I read these 4 principles, I have written the back. What all the actions should be taken. So I follow principles. So that's the thing. So it's not just reading. So learning, and it should be implemented in our life. Then only we will develop. It's just learning and knowledge means it will not help us. So whenever I do read a book, I take notes in the back, and I try to implement. When we practice that only, we have authority to tell others. Because it works. So you can also follow. So we can have the authority to tell to others. Otherwise, just reading the book, it will not give us satisfaction.
That is not complete way of reading. When you take notes, try to implement them, try to practice them. That is the right way of reading and learning from books.
So after practicing, we share to the people. If it works,
sharing is also
important. If it is not working also, I will share. It is not worked. So that they should not do that step. That is also I am telling in my trainings. Do's and don'ts.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Yeah, where you are done very nicely. You are told that. Sharing is caring.
So if I talk about the success, how you look at success as and what it feels like to you.
So I have achieved many success, but I don't think success is a destination. It's a journey. So I'm not satisfied with this, and so I'm not complacent with those success. I'm always aiming for excellence, because for me, excellence is a moving target. So when I reach this peak, I would like to go there. So when I go there, I would like to aim little higher. So I want to give the best to my audience, my trainees. So I'm always aiming for higher, that excellence. That's why I would like to remember this. JRD taught us quote. Never choose best. Always aim for excellence. Excellence is a moving target. The pursuit of excellence is my another passion, I can tell that way.
And you talked about that you were an introvert when you were young. I forgot to ask about this thing earlier. Now I just got to remind of this thing again. So I want to know, like you were an introvert earlier, how you transformed your life to a different tangent altogether. Started interacting with people, giving trainings and all. Like how you transform yourself.
Yeah, actually I was an introvert, but when I was a field officer, I was supposed to talk in the field.
Correct.
But I was having fear on public speaking. Even for 10 people, before 10 people, I find it very difficult to talk initially. But as I was supposed to organize many functions and talk, I slowly picked up the thing. Then after that, I went for some communication skill courses.
Okay.
So I developed, because after that only I found it. So that rather than message, how we deliver that message is more important. So that I found that I went for professional courses on communication, and I developed my communication ability. Even right now I am learning. I'm in Toastmasters journey. Right now I completed level 2. Okay. And every month I am presenting one speech to the Toastmasters club and getting feedback. So my mentor, Miss Madhu and Miss Lethang. Miss Lethang is in Malaysia and Miss Madhu in UK. They are my mentors. And they are guiding me in Toastmasters journey, where I'm learning the communication skills further.
Right. This is really important. Like you were interacting with people so often during your banking career, and then also you thought of improving your communication skills, gone to an course altogether. This is what I was telling, that most people miss out there. Once they get into a job, they think they know everything. Now they don't require any kind of course or anything else. So this is really important. You are in job, you have to upgrade yourself with maybe communication, maybe leadership, maybe any other kind of program which can help you really grow in life. That really helps a lot. I also try to learn things, wherever I can find to learn from. This is really
I would like to add one more point here, Mr. Jitender.
Yes,
what happened immediately after my retirement in May 2019? During that time, I didn't know anything about digital.
Okay.
Because my executive assistant used to do everything as I was a CEO. I didn't know anything. I was very, very zero in that field.
About digital marketing and all.
That retirement, I just started learning digital stuff because I wanted to do some line or something program. Just started some 6-month course I started, and I have learned from the best digital trainers, Mr. Rajshekhar. And I picked up some basic things. I didn't expect that March 2020 we will face a long lockdown because of a COVID pandemic.
Yes.
As I was prepared through that 6 months training, within 3 months after lockdown, that is May 2020 lockdown, June 2020, my online presentation was ready. I continued my training. So COVID didn't affect my business. Definitely. 70% of my business physical program were converted as and offered as online. Everything.
Correct. And there are so many people who missed out onto this opportunity. They did not develop their skills.
Digital presence they have not developed.
Yes.
So I developed a website, I developed my blogs, I developed starting writing newsletter, so that everything online prepared. During that time only, I also started ATM service. Anytime motive.
You shared.
So
I also.
It has crossed 400 days, more than 400. Today is 432 days. Yes. Continuously, I am making, not even missing one day. Wonderful. So such kind of consistent action online, it creates a momentum and it creates volunteer. Now it is read in 14 countries. It goes to more than 1 lakh people daily in 14 countries.
Wow.
Yeah, that become, now I am not known as a banker. Whenever people meet me, so I have read the ATM message today, it is fine. Like that, they are telling me. It's giving very good satisfaction for me.
And these messages are really meaningful. And I have read them from, I think, past few days when we started interacting. you are sharing that on daily basis to me as well, and these are really wonderful. So now we are moving on to the last question of the day. Any message, advice you would like to make to our audience so that they can learn and implement these things in their life? You have so many things to share, but maybe 2 to 3 things would be enough for today.
Yeah. So I would like to say is, first thing, dare to dream. Dream big. So dream, that only will give focus and we will know where we are going.
Correct.
And second thing, once we fix the vision, then dare to take risk. So if I have not taken the risk of resigning bank job, I lost the pension.
Correct.
But my wife supported me. So you take that, you do what you like that. She supported me. That's why I took a bold decision. But I am now happy. But I would continue in bank, I would have become a GM or something. But I am now more than that. So because of my exposure. So take, then only you will go out of your comfort zone. And last one is action. Consistent action towards your vision. No diversion, no distraction. Consistent action. Even if you fail, continue a journey without expecting anything. God will reward us because we are putting real efforts, not only to benefit us, to benefit others. So when we are taking care of others, ours will be taken care of by universe. That's my 3 things I want to share it to the audience.
And this is really wonderful. If we start implementing these things in our life and start practicing them, they will definitely give us wonderful results. And I also follow a few of them as well. Already following a few of them. I dream big. I try to learn and implement things in a different way, and also trying to implement things in a new way which I did not follow earlier. And also working on different things altogether. This is one of the projects which is giving me so many good results. Like I am interacting with people who are doing great in their life in any of the form. They are teaching me so many things daily basis. So this is really wonderful. Until unless you take initiative, you go out and explore, you won't get it.
Yeah.
And this is really wonderful. So I must say it was really an amazing discussion with you. It was wonderful hearing you all together. I really enjoyed what you were communicating, saying, discussing. That was really interesting and meaningful to me. And I must say, you have shared so many amazing insights as well. So I feel like whatever we have discussed is not enough. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you again more. And I really thank you so much, Dr. Jay, for your time, your kind words,
thank you.
Sharing with us. I really enjoyed that. And also I would share your social media links with our video and audio so that people can be in touch with you, take your help, guidance, wherever they feel like. That will be thing they can follow if they wish to. So guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so much everyone for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of valuable information and insights and enjoyed watching it too. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Jitender.